Hello and welcome everyone to another episode of Tutorial Thursdays. My name is Swiss and today we'll be going over Snake's up air, what we can do with it, how to use it, how the frame data works, and so on and so forth. Just the same as we've done in previous episodes. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. Alright, so first things first we're going to go over is the frame data of up air as usual. So as you can see, it has a 10 frame startup. So not bad on startup, pretty decent speed. It's minus 10, minus 11 on shield, so you know, not too safe on shield, but it is active from 10 to 12 frames. That's going to be the strong hitbox of the move, and then 13 to 23 is going to be the soft spot or the weak hit. Now last total of 47 frames, 15 frames of landing lag, so it has the least amount of landing lag out of all of his aerials. So there's that, and then it auto cancels on frame 1 to 4 and 36 onwards. So normally if you full hop it, you won't have to worry about any form of landing lag. And that's primarily it. As far as like the hitbox goes, if we take a look at that. Now this is going to be the strong hit, which is the red. Now as you can see here, Snake's foot is right here and the hitbox is way up here. So it's definitely a really good disjoint. It's got some hitboxes on the sides and as well as all the way up to the knee. So, but primarily, this is primarily where the strong point is. So you more than likely want to hit it right here. And then right after 2 frames, it's going to lead into the soft hit. And the soft hit is literally just the same thing. It's just a softer hit of the move. And that's pretty much it as far as the move goes. So we're going to go into a little bit more in depth on how to use it and when to use it and so on and so forth. Now as far as damage goes with the move, it's really again all dependent if you do a full hop or short hop with the move. So if you do a full hop, it does 16, 10% on the late hit for a short hop, and then the strong hit is 14. Like I said, full hop is a 16 or a 12. So that's a damage base. So it has pretty good damage as far as the move goes, and it has some pretty good knockback as well. Like I said, it has some hitbox on the sides, so you can kind of like use the sides to hit him with, or you know, you can just come straight down with it as well. So, and then since there's not really much landing lag, you can just take advantage of using up air. So there are quite a few uses for up air, and that's primarily when someone is above you. You can use it as combos. You could also use it on landing as well if you would like, and those are the primary reasons you'd actually want to use up air, and we'll be going over all that for you, of course, to get a little more in depth on what I mean. So the first one to go over is, of course, if they're above you. So obviously if they're right above you, up air is going to be the best option. There goes a late hit to see like how that would go for the sour spot, and then you know the strong hit is what's going to lead to like KOs and stuff. I would say to be like a little careful about using this move in the air, because obviously if you miss, then you could be put in a disadvantaged state of where you're in the air, and if they can get down to the ground faster than you, they could try to take advantage of that. So I would say to be mindful of, you know, going for up air, making sure that you don't miss, because if you do, depending on the character, you might pay the price for it pretty much. Up air can also be used as a good tool as far as platform pressure as well. So if your opponent's on platform and let's say they're shielding, up air could be a good move because of the little landing lag it has, so you don't have to worry about committing too much. And not only that, but if they're shielding, you could do something that my good old friend Tom Barry told me, what he learned from MVD, was if they're shielding, you can kind of mix it up. You can jump again, and then go for the up air. So it kind of like messes with your opponent's timing before you can actually try to hit them. So you could do that as well. That would be like another good option. And this is going to lead to our next point here, and that's going to be landing. Now, I know what you're probably thinking, that landing with up air is like a super weird option, because it is kind of hard to actually land the hitbox, and that does take time, of course. You do have to, you know, practice it to get used to how the up air works. But once you get it, you can lead into some combos and stuff like that, which I'll go over in the next section, obviously. But yeah, I highly recommend just messing around with it, because it can definitely help out. Because if you use back air or down air, there's quite an amount of landing lag. Some people like to go through platform with back air or down air, but if they shield it, then you're going to be openly punished. But up air definitely helps though, because it has the least amount of landing lag, so your opponent may not be able to actually punish it. But I would say going through platforms is what I mainly use it for. Like, if they're literally right under me, let's say with like Link, if he's right under me and it's perfectly lined up, like here, I'll drop a grenade and then just have the grenade out. So that's normally what I would do, and I would recommend, again, practicing it and, you know, just getting used to the hitbox in general, because it can lead to some other things as well, which we're going to go over right now. And so now we're going to be talking about combos, and there are quite an amount of combos you can do with up air. It's really all dependent on percent. I'm using Wolf because Wolf is kind of in the middle of the weight as far as like the whole cast goes. But as far as like up air goes as low percents, you generally can get up air into up tilt without like any pressure there. And you can also get like a full hop nair off of it. That does 42%. You can also do a double jump down air. That does 40% as well. And even if you get like the weak hit, so if you get the weak hit, you can like go for like a grab or a tilt or anything like that too. So you can do something like that, like do up throw, up tilt, and that's 42 right there. Or like you can also get like a jab, or, you know, basically whatever you want. You can kind of work with that. It's not like a guaranteed combo, but you can still go for it. As far as like kind of a little bit more of a later percent, maybe like 20%, you can start getting stuff like back air or like another up air and stuff like that too. And then a double jump nair, back air, or you can like RAR the back air. If you are good at your RARs, you can do that. I'm not the best at the RARs, but you definitely can't get forward airs, because forward air is like way too slow, so you can't really get forward air. But once you get to like to the higher percents, it's just basically you're gonna have to start double jumping, like 50%. Some things aren't gonna really work anymore, like nair's not gonna work, but up air into up air will work, so you don't have to really go for anything else besides that. But another thing that I think would be kind of good too is also when you get at a low percent, somewhere around like 15 or 20, you should be able to get, or maybe even less because it's Wolf. Let's see. You can go for a sticky if you wanted to. And then you can kind of like go for a jab lock if they don't tech. So that could help out too. So you kind of do stuff like that, but basically it pretty much like up air to double jump up air will work until probably about like 60 or 70, depending on what weight your opponent is. So I would say to look out for that. And so the last thing here is going to be the infamous grenade or C4 into falling up air when you're recovering up high. So this can be kind of hard, because it's really all dependent where your opponent actually DIs. So if I go up high here, you can see that he DI'd to the right, and then that time he DI'd to the left. So it's pretty hard to actually get, because you kind of have to read it, but once you do get it, it is obviously satisfying. It can kill early if you get the strong hit. You can also do it with a grenade as well. And that's just another layer to actually try if you wanted to. Again, I prefer back air personally, because back air covers more of a horizontal range rather than up air. But if you want the sauce, then, you know, you go for the up air. Another good thing to do is, if you're recovering, you can like throw the grenade, and if you recover, basically if you get launched and you throw a grenade and then you recover high, and then that grenade blows up on them, you could try to get the up air that way. That's really like another way to actually try doing that if you wanted to try and get that early kill or something like that. So again, you would just throw the grenade, recover, and then just go for the up air. But that's basically all the combo percents that you can do it at. So like up air up tilt is like really early percent, or up air full hop nair. You could do double jump down air. You can also do weak hits into certain things as well, such as F tilt, up tilt, down tilt, grab, etc. And then like once they're in like the mid percent, or like starting to get a high percent, probably like 30% or 30% to like 50%, then in that case you can go for like up air into up air and stuff like that. But that's basically when you would want to use up air as far as like combo usage would go. Again, the move is really good, of course, and it doesn't have like a lot of landing lag, and it can kill pretty early if you get the strong hit. The only thing is that, you know, the hitbox is going to be hard to land if you're trying to use it in the neutral. So again, I recommend using it through a platform every once in a while, especially if they're literally right under you, like lined up under you, then you can drop down and go for that up air. But that's pretty much it. But I hope you guys learned something. Again, my name is Swiss. Thank you so much for watching the video. I got Twitch, Twitter, and other social media platforms down below. Feel free to check that out. And I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye now.
Never duplicate you, never multiply two. Everyone copy and paste, mask all up in on their face. Disney fantasy MPH, they are cool with their complacent. You feel it in you, then you brush it off you. Ain't significant, but you got something we want, and your whole life is a taunt, cause you will not just comply. Waking up for your day.